Hello, this is Healthy Lifestyle and Healthy Living in 2022. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make my favorite dish for lunch. It's salmon and asparagus. This is my quick go-to meal. So let me go over the ingredients. The first thing I'm going to be doing, I've rinsed out the asparagus and I've placed it on the baking tray. Now I'm going to show you my secret ingredient that I love using. Lemon. The reason I use lemon with my salmon is because it gives moisture. This is going to give moisture to the salmon. The salmon, I already have the oven preheated on broil at 400 degrees, but the salmon gets dry while it's in the oven. So what I'm doing is I'm going to add some of this good juice from the lemon, and then I'm going to add some thyme to this. I have some chives, but today I'm not going to use chives. I want to add some thyme to this. But first, let's go ahead and rinse off the salmon. And look how beautiful that piece of salmon looks. Gorgeous. Okay, I have the salmon here. The first thing I'm going to do is start adding my ingredients on top of the salmon. Then we'll add it into the oven. So as I said, this is fresh thyme that I'm using. Fresh thyme, and you can get this about, I want to say $1 or $2 at the grocery store. The reason I use thyme for this recipe here is because when you're using thyme on the salmon, it just gives it a burst of flavor. Like a new burst of flavor. That's what the thyme does for this salmon. And you're going to notice that when this recipe is done, you're going to notice the flavor. It's going to be very noticeable in the salmon. The other thing I want to add to this, let me just take a look over here and see what I have. And add a little bit of seasoning salt, not too much. I'll add some seasoning salt, and I think that's fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the lemon in. Now you see I'm adding the lemon juice. This is just to bring moisture to the salmon. Oh my God, that salmon looks so good. Plenty of lemon juice. Plenty juice. And it's adding a lot of moisture to the salmon. I don't want the salmon to dry out while it's in the preheated oven. Okay, now another ingredient I want to add to this, because the asparagus is dry, I'm going to add a little bit of canola oil to it before I put it in the broiler. There we go, just a little. Okay, so let's go ahead and add the salmon to our baking tray. This is the before. Now I'm adding it into the bake. I'm going to go ahead and add this into our preheated oven. Okay, so I have this preheated and I have the timer on for about 35 minutes, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be done before then. I hope everybody has enjoyed their weekend and had a great holiday. For me, I have been going to the gym, taking proper care of my health lately. I have been watching what I'm eating, And as you know, I'm still, I guess you call it a pescatarian. I'm eating seafoods, I'm eating fruits. I still eat bread. I'll show you the type of bread that I eat. 100% whole wheat. That's the type of bread that I'm eating. And then these are the vitamins I'm taking because I'm not eating meat. There you go. These are Woman's Once a Day, My Kind Organic, Certified Organic Whole Food Vitamins. And the reason I take these vitamins is because I don't like I don't want any type of vitamin with any type of byproducts, genetically modified, nothing like that. I don't want any type of vitamin. So this vitamin fits me very, very well. It definitely suits my lifestyle. My lifestyle is very busy. I'm always on the go, and I'm always doing something. I try my best to fit exercise in as much as I can. And one thing I'm very happy about is the gym I attend. They stay open till 12 a.m. So that is like a plus for me. With the type of lifestyle, I have a very busy lifestyle. I can come and go to the gym whenever I need to get there. And lately, it's been top of my priority. I'm not making excuses. I'm trying to carve out time into my schedule to continue to focus on my health and my well-being and bettering my health and overall, mentally, physically. And then I just take time out and I do that. I'm going to show you all one of my favorite snacks too as we wait for the salmon. One of my favorite snacks I've been eating lately is lime plantain chips. This has 0 trans fat and this is also gluten free. I love this snack. It's like a quick snack to munch on when I'm just kind of like, you know, you have a taste for a snack. That's me. This is one of my favorite ones. So for me, I'm just really happy and I hope everybody's had a great weekend. I'm always open to suggestions from my audience for different recipes for me to try. You know, I don't bake usually, but I'm open to trying different recipes. But I like seafood. I've been doing that lately. I do like pastas, just certain type of pastas, and the creams I have to be careful with because actually on yesterday I went out to a restaurant and I had a ravioli pasta, which I tried for the first time, and that just didn't sit well with me. So I don't think certain sauces work well with my digestive system because I'm monitoring my digestive system and what I eat. That's number one when I'm monitoring. You know, a lot of water intake is very, very important to stay hydrated. Living here in Florida, we get 90-degree weather, we get 80-degree weather, so you definitely have to stay hydrated. And I try my best to monitor that and make sure I'm always having some water on hand. So let's go ahead and take a look at our salmon and just peek in on it. Looks like the salmon is coming along. For me, I don't want to burn the salmon, but I definitely want the salmon to be crispy. Definitely want it crispy. I like that little crunch on the top of it. And also, what I've noticed for me is it's easier for me to cook the dish here at my home rather than going out to eat. Because salmon is expensive, if I'm being sincere with you. Salmon at a restaurant is going to cost you maybe like 30 bucks a plate. Yeah, so for me, I shop. I either shop at a store called Dixie, if you're here from Florida, you know the store I'm talking about, or Walmart. Walmart has had the salmon on sale lately for between 8 and 10 bucks. That's pretty good for salmon. Sometimes I eat mackerel, but that's not very often. And then sometimes I'll eat like yellow snapper. I've cooked that before. I may try a recipe with that again too. That was really, really tasty. very good flavor to it. I may try a recipe with that one soon. So we're waiting on our salmon, and I just know by adding the thyme, the fresh thyme to be exact, you can also use, let me just show you the seasoning I have over here. You could use basil on this. Basil is good for it. Sometimes I use a little bit of Italian seasoning for the salmon, and then let's see what other seasonings. Those are the only two I use. I also have chives. Let me show you those. Now these I found on sale at the grocery store for about $1.99 to $2. Very good to have on hand. Fresh chives. I found these at Walmart for about $2. I add this to almost every dish. It gives it a good kick. Especially like if I'm in the morning rushing, I just want to whip up an egg. Chives will definitely kick up the flavor of the eggs. I add chives on pizza. Sometimes I'll add it into the Alfredo sauce if I'm making that pasta. I'll add chives into that. So this is definitely one of my favorites, fresh to have on hand. And I also have the other ones. I have both. But as I said before, the fresher the ingredients, the better. The salmon is really coming along. I want to wait for a few more minutes for it to get a little bit darker because I like my salmon crispy on top. Also, another dish I'm going to try, quiche. I've been thinking about making that dish lately. The type of quiche I would want to make would be somewhere in between like vegetarian, vegan type of quiche because I won't add any meat to it, none at all. It would be like a vegetarian infused quiche. That's a great idea. I'll think on that one. Because for me, I like to put my own spin on it when I'm making any type of dish and I add vegetables. I like to put my own spin on it. So it would definitely be vegetarian inspired if I make quiche. I'm very glad to hear from the audience, and I also want to take the time to thank my new subscribers. I appreciate you guys coming to my channel and liking it. I also want to thank those who have given great encouragement and great feedback. It means the world to me. I mean, this channel, I started this channel in January. We're now in June, so I've been at this channel for about 6 months. I've been trying different recipes and everything, and I've been sharing them with my audience because I know most of my audience is as busy as me. I'm always on the go, and I'm always thinking of a good recipe to take with me on the go or a good recipe for dinner. So I truly thank my audience for the great feedback, and I thank you guys for keep watching. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to watch the salmon and see if it's done. Let's just pull it out and take a look at it. Oh, that salmon looks good. I'm going to show you guys how the salmon looks so far. Just look how beautiful this salmon is. Right along with the asparagus, this salmon is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to give this about 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and taste test it for you all. What I'm going to give you a tip to do with this is you can also bake the salmon. You can also bake it or you can broil it. But for me, I like to broil it and I like to preheat it. This is a air fryer, broiler, baked, toast, and everything else that goes along with it. But let me give you a tip. If you're making salmon in this oven, what you're gonna do is preheat the broil. Put it on broil, you're gonna preheat it to 400, which is up here at the top. And I know everybody doesn't have the same type of little oven that I have. This is like a multi-faceted one. But even if you're baking it in a conventional oven, you're gonna put this on broil. You're gonna put it on 400 degrees, pre-bake it for about 10 minutes. Then you're going to go ahead and do the steps as I've shown you in the beginning on adding the ingredients, adding the lemon. The lemon, as I said, is going to bring moisture to the salmon. You do not want to miss that step because the salmon will dry out. It will totally dry out if you don't add the lemon juice to it to infuse the flavor and lock it in. That's why we add the lemon juice to it. And it also gives off a good aroma as it's cooking. So this is one of my favorite dishes, and I can't wait to dig in. I really can't. But I know this is a cooking show, so patience, patience. All right, let's see if we can go ahead and take it out so I can show the audience. Da, 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 da. Here's your asparagus. Let's get a close up. There is your salmon. Let's get a close up. Close up, close up. Back it up. Salmon. And then you have your roasted asparagus. There we go. We have it. Okay, I'm just going to taste test this for you all. Look how soft the salmon is. Go ahead, open up, open up. This is food heaven, literally. And even adding the canola spray to the asparagus, just a great aroma that's coming up out the kitchen. I would love for you all to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. This is Healthy Lifestyle and Healthy Living in 2022. I will see you in the next video.